One of my most recent fears I've been facing recently is the fear of moving backwards. And recently I've been trying to tell myself that it's okay. It's okay to do things that I've done in the past. It doesn't necessarily mean that I'm regressing or like actually going backwards in some ways. And the most recent thing that I literally have been doing for the past few days is recording myself using my good camera right here and actually going in to add a few edits. It's not a lot of edits, it's mainly just adding a little bit of background music, reviewing my performance because I am watching myself talk to the camera, seeing if I'm making eye contact, seeing if I'm actually talking decently. I'm practicing rate of speech right now. I'm not sure how well I'm doing, but I'm doing my best. So it's sort of like me editing again, and that's my step backwards because I really dislike editing. That's one of the things that I don't like doing. That's part of the video creation process. Everything else I sort of do like. I like talking to the camera. I like walking around and doing videos. That's what I've been doing a lot of recently, and it's mostly in my house these days, but back when I was in Japan, walking around and talking to the camera was one of my favorite things to do. So it does feel like I've moved backwards a little bit in terms of being in my house, talking to the camera, editing again, and all that stuff, but it doesn't necessarily mean that I myself have regressed, because there's a lot to explore in terms of me going back to this past format that I've done back then. And the things I am exploring is, what else can I do with the background music? What else can I do with the edits? Right now, I don't want to actually do any cuts for any mistakes I do or silences. I want to just keep it like uncut at the very least, but still edited in the sense that, yeah, I do optimize the volume more. That was an issue back then when I was in Japan. And color-wise as well, like maybe exploring other colors, because I am recording this in Sony S-Log 3. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot what that name it was, S-Log 3. And I can mess around with the colors. There's more that I can explore that I didn't do back then. It's just I'm doing the same actions. And I feel like oftentimes we conflate familiar actions with moving backwards. Like for instance, me editing again. I feel like it's a step backwards for me. The step forward would be to actually find someone to outsource this to and actually have them edit, because I do want to practice the skills of working with other people, skills of communicating and having someone else be able to create or edit in a way that I like based on how well I communicated to them. I feel like that's a future skill that I'm gonna need to build. So that's like the step forward that I envisioned, and not this right now. But I still feel like it's okay. It's okay that I'm doing this right now. It's not like a huge time sink right now. And it also helps me practice the whole rate of speech thing, which I feel like I'm not doing very well with right now. But that's the fear that I'm currently facing, that I have been facing the past week, basically, ever since I started doing this again and actually editing again. And also, it's like old systems back then, creating thumbnails for my videos. That's another thing that I'm starting to do again. I basically have not created any thumbnails for my videos on this channel, the second channel, for a very, very long time. So sort of getting back into it and creating a system for it to help me with actually doing it fast. It does feel like a step backwards, but at the same time, a step forward. And I think the solution really is, when I'm supposedly taking these steps backwards by doing things that I used to do, I should reassess, reflect, and think about how I can improve it to actually make it something that is going forward instead of backwards. And either way, even if it is backwards, I should still take like the good things that I used to do and apply those things. It's not like everything I did back then was worse than I do now. So I should also reassess that and think about, yeah, it's probably better to actually make some thumbnail, even if it is kind of low effort thumbnails right now, just like a little bit of text. So that's sort of what I've been facing, what I've been thinking about, and how I'm gonna approach, telling myself that it's okay to take steps backwards, because there are a lot of things to gain from actually taking those steps backwards. That's pretty much it for this one. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.